I wasn't much of a student. I just turned 18, and went down to the recruiter's office in Long Beach in May of '68. Just before I went in, my dad arranged for a friend of his to give my then girlfriend, now wife, a ride, our first ride in an airplane. He took us up in a little vintage four-seater. He had her in the front seat, and he gave her the stick, and it scared the hell out of me. You know, she's steering the thing around the sky. I didn't know anything about it at the time, but it was no big deal either. But that made my mind up. I wanted to be in aviation. I loved the flying. I loved the helicopters. I still look at them with a lot of nostalgia. There are a lot of misperceptions about the Coast Guard. At the time, it was the smallest military in the world and did more jobs than any other military in the world. They had a force that was smaller than the New York Police Department. And we did search and rescue. The Coast Guard did all of the landings during World War II, the beach landings, D-Day, Normandy, the islands, all of it. A lot of people think that you go into the Coast Guard to avoid some of the hazards. There are a lot of guys that don't make it out. The Coast Guard was an amazing influence on my life. I went in really immature, irritated that the government was taking 4 years of my life, and my first 2 years I didn't take it very seriously. But an incident happened where I grew up. And they treated me like that. And the last 2 years were great. I got to go to 2 B schools, which was kind of a reward for doing well. That was a big reward. And if I could do it over, I'd do all 4 years over multiple times. I ended up regretting so much not taking it seriously from the get. Yeah. I've been so thankful all these years, and it hasn't quit paying off. All kinds of things still happen. I get discounts places and get into programs because of it. The loan on my house, it paid for my college, on and on.